watching yearly, right?
Yes, sir.
So, all right. So with that being said, we're right around the time to do a retro recast. I need to do I need to create a video or a little audio clip that kind of brings us into the retro recast.
Yeah, I think we'll get there, but yeah, I
Well,
think that'd be cool.
yeah. So we're at the retro recast for those of you still here listening or watching live. So we're gonna do this every single week. The graphic says if Teen Wolf was released today, who would you cast in each of these roles? We're going to look at Scott. We're going to look at Booth. And we're going to look at Stilinski. So Michael J. Fox character, Susan Ursity's character, and Jerry Levine's character. Now, before we get into this, I went first last time, and honestly, I think your list is way better than mine. So I'm going to let you go last this time because you're gonna trump me on mine.
I'm not going to trump you on yours. Yours is
you
good.
You are. But I am going to show my sister.
We had similar thoughts.
We did, and we'll get into that. So
never second guess yourself, John.
I know. I should have went with my gut.
If we have the same people, then that means they should remake the movie this way.
Yeah. So we'll first go into my sister, Jennifer Elliott. She submitted her retro recast. If you guys want to be included in this, just answer us on social media, on Facebook. I posted it on TikTok, Instagram as well. And we will make a graphic for you, and we'll include it in the retro recast each and every week. So let's take a look at Jennifer's retro recast. So as Scott, she is going to recast as Nick Robinson. She's got Lily Collins playing Booth and Joseph Quinn as Stilinski. Now, she is much like Brody. She's seen the movie, but really has no memory of Booth or Stilinski. She just basically knows Scott from being the main character. So these are hers.
I'm digging her choice for styles.
I agree. Yeah, I really like Joseph Quinn. Yep. So, all right, let's.
And who did you pick, Mr. Brody?
Yeah, I don't think Brody's going to do it because he'd never seen the movie.
Yeah.
So I know. So, all right. Let's jump.
When we announce it, that means he needs to get on it and watch the movie.
He does. He needs to watch the movie and then get the retro recast up.
He knows I give him crap, but it's all love.
All right. Here's my retro recast. So as Scott, I've got Finn Wolford, and you guys probably know him from Stranger Things. Kind of a popular younger actor that probably would do well in Scott's character, as the unlikable kind of a nerdy character, and then turns up to be popular as he turns into the wolf. I've got Caitlin Nacon, who plays Booth. I probably know her more in The Walking Dead. She played Enid. And again, kind of the same concept with her. I think she plays the good, I guess, quote, girl next door character, who's always being pushed off to the side throughout the whole movie, but ends up at the end winning over Scott, which we didn't even mention in the ending. They end up getting together and kiss. Yes. So, and then Jack Dylan Grazer plays Stilinski, and he played Eddie Kasprak in the new version of It. Also played Freddie Freeman in Shazam, but I think he would be a good Stilinski. Got to get that goof, kind of fast talking, best friend vibe going. So Finn Wolford, Caitlin Nacon, and Jack Dylan Grazer was my pick. So, do you want to preface anything, or let me know when you want me to put yours up on the screen?
I also went for younger actors who are in more recent things, and popular things, but I kind of tried to pick the ones that I thought would be the best for the role. My first thought was for the role of Scott is Tom Holland, just because, I mean, he kind of plays that goof, and I mean, if you've seen any of the MCU, Spider-Man, he pretty much the same thing as Teen Wolf. You know, I mean, he becomes popular as Spider-Man, and the Wolf was popular. Then for Boof, I picked Jenna Ortega, who I think just she's got such a wide range in her roles that she can pull it off. And for Styles, I picked Jacob Bertrand, Hawk from Cobra Kai, just because I can see him in that role, and he kind of has that energy, you know, that you see that he has in Cobra Kai, and you're like, yeah, he definitely got that kind of, hey buddy, let's go do this. Hey buddy, let's go do that. Talking people into stuff, and kind of like the life of the party. So yeah, that's my recast.
I love it, man. Tom Holland, Jenna Ortega, Jacob Bertrand. Man, this, just so you know, and I've already told you this for everybody watching, we both almost had Tom Holland and Jenna Ortega as the two roles.
Yes.
And I immediately thought Tom Holland, without a doubt. That was the first person I thought of. When I went to the Google machine and looked at the age, I saw he was 29, and I said, a little bit older than I want, just because he needs to play a high schooler, which I guess he does in Spider-Man, so he could pull it off.
Right.
So I went ahead and changed it, and I said, you know what, let me try to find a younger actor, and then I went with Finn. And then I had Jenna Ortega also written in as well. And then for whatever reason, I started looking at other actresses, and I said, you know what, Caitlin Nacon would be pretty good. So I switched. It's just funny how both of our minds went to both of those actors.
My wife kind of has to reel me in when I'm mentioning who I want to play what, and she's like, they're probably a little too old for that. And she actually mentioned Tom Holland, and I was like, oh, he'd be perfect. And as soon as she mentioned it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go with Tom Holland, and kind of went around that same, like, tried to go around that same age range that looked younger.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. There's your retro recast for Teen Wolf. Appreciate everybody for listening in and watching that. If you guys like the retro recast, like I said, follow us on social media. We will post next week's going to be wrestling, so it'll be a little different for next week. But the next movie we do, we'll have a retro recast up and going. We're going to change